Liner stays at first. Here's the Guardians lineup now. One thing these guys do very well is stay out of the double play. They've hit into the fewest of any team in the league, Chris.
Well, Boog, we don't see situational hitting as that art as much as we used to because guys are slunging the ball, they're hitting it over the fence. But when you see a team that has the ability to shorten up, hit behind runners, and go first to third or first to home, man, that just adds to the element of what you're able to do in other ways with the bat. So, opposing pitcher better not.
That ends the frame. Guardians fail to score. And now the Astros go to work for the first time. No score. Back here at Daikin Park. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Luis Ortiz. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Next offering is down low. Now, power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now and even in the postseason. Next offering. Is down low. 3-1. On the ground to third. Into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's Mauricio Dubon.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Hit in the air, right field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Collectively, they're swinging the bats really well right now, Chris, scoring a lot of runs.
Indeed, it seems to be contagious right now. Top to bottom of this lineup, they just seem to be feeding off of one another. One thing I watched in their batting practice is, although they've been scoring a lot of runs lately, they're still paying attention to the details. A lot of balls back up the middle the other way, and that's really the building block for great offensive production.
Hit in the air, center field. Squeezes it. Runner tags from third. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Isaac Paredes now at the plate. That pitch gets the inside corner, and that's strike one. Dubon off of first with 2 away. Ball one there.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 1 run across in the frame so far. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Next to hit, Yainer Diaz. Up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
First and second, 2 outs. Now it's Brendan Rodgers on the ground to third. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the second inning now from Dyken Park. It's the Astros 2 and the Guardians nothing. Second inning set to go.
Cleveland.
Here's Jose
Third
Ramirez.
baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Valdez, multi-time All-Star, 31 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. There's a strike.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Here's Josh Naylor. Swings through that one above the zone.
0-1.
1 out, bases empty. Next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Check swing, he held up. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slides for the stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. 2 down, base is empty. David Fry digs in for the Guardians. First pitch misses.
1-0.
2 outs, base is empty. Up the middle. Tosses to first. Guardians go down in order. Nothing doing for the. Back here in Houston, bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Chas McCormick. That one at the knees for a strike. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ground ball left side. Ramirez sends it to first and quickly one away in the second. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Michael A. Taylor.
Michael A. Taylor.
And that's downstairs and outside. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and it goes just foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure,
he takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they're on top 2-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Valdez back to work. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
You know, these Guardians definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Here's Brian Rocchio.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. No hits over his last 5 games.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And that's downstairs.
That's down.
And 1-1.
Yeah.
This one in the dirt.
1-2's the count.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His second of the year. It's 2-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's the left fielder, Daniel Schneemann. Gets the outside corner with that one.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
That one fouled off. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 1. And he drops it down the third baseline. And safe at first, a bunt single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Runner on at first with one gone. Here's Lane Thomas now, and he takes a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. And safe. It's a stolen base. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And a base hit. Coming home. He will score, and they take the lead. And it's an RBI single, 3-2.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Nice curveball for a strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Runner takes off. Ball misses. Throw. Save.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Cleveland up a run, looking for more. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Struck out swinging his first time. On the ground to third. Paredes fires over to first. They limit the damage here. 3 runs. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Center fielder, Mauricio Dubon.
There's a strike. Off the mark there. 1-1. Hit on the ground softly to short. Toss to Naylor. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jose Altuve.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Flied to right his first time. And that's in there for strike one.
Altuve has a lot of history with the Astros. In fact, he's played so many seasons in Houston that he's the only player to be named an All-Star in both leagues while playing for the same team. You know, Boog, Altuve goes back all the way to those Astros days in the NL Central before they moved to the AL West.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Strike three. Got him looking on the changeup.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
First baseman, Christian Walker.
And now it's Christian Walker. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. That one missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Astros are down quietly. And it's still a 3-2 ball game. Back here in Houston, on to the fourth. And now the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Smoked into left, base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or
Now
things can get away from you awfully quickly.
And next is the Guardians catcher, David Fry. Swinging a foul straight back. That's to third. Paredes quickly to second for one, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
John Kenzie Noel digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And that's in the dirt.
1-2.
That misses,
2-2.
and the count is even 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one misses, and the count's full.
We got a full count.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
He goes down looking. Guardians fail to score, but they still lead at 3-2. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Out to short. Toss to Naylor, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Now it's going to be Yainer Diaz.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
The Guardians leading by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Slowly on the ground to short. Toss to Naylor. 2 up, 2 down.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. On the ground, Ramirez fires over to first, and the Astros put down in order. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail it 3-2. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for
pitcher's
Cleveland.
duel so far. Here's how the
Bases,
starters
Ryan
have performed
Rocchio.
up to this point. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Base knock right field. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Well, a swing like that can
Now
help
batting,
you come out of the
left fielder,
struggle. We
Daniel
saw the
Schmidt.
numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now Daniel Schneemann went down on strikes his first time through. Out towards left center. Dubon makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting.
So the
Shortstop,
batting order
Chandler
turns over.
Simpson.
Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter. 1 for 2.
Hee-haw!
In the dirt, but kept close. Man at second. And a bunt towards third. Grabs it barehanded. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
This was the perfect spot to drop the bunt for a hit. I mean, he used his bat as a tool up there to direct the ball exactly where he wanted it to go and look smooth doing it at the same time. Really well done. And the defense right there stood no chance.
Here comes Lane Thomas.
Runner!
First offering. Runner goes. Pitches
Wow.
low. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Second and third, one away. And we're at the top of the fifth. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Ranging back. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Both runners tagging. One run across. Throw cut off. Now to the plate. Save! In comes the run from
Now
second.
batting.
It's 5-2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Quan stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went
0-1.
around.
One and one.
They say it away.
All sliders so far in this at bat to
One and
get
two,
ahead in the
count.
count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Diaz down to first. Throws it away. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Framber Valdez won't go any further. Just never found his groove. Wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on. Back in a moment.
Now pitching. for
Steven
the
Oker
Astros.
taking over on the mound.
And
Number
this is his
48.
40th appearance of the season, so he's starting to log a decent amount of work this year.
Oker.
Runner at first
Now
with two
batting,
away.
third
Jose
baseman,
Ramirez
Jose
digs in for the
Ramirez.
Guardians. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Quan off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2. 1 ball, 2
in
strikes.
the dirt. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. The 1-2. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Take your base.
He had 2 strikes on him,
Now
and he
batting,
hit him.
first baseman.
First and
Josh
second,
Naylor.
2 outs. Stepping up for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Foul ball there. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Miguel Castro preparing to come on if needed. King getting cranked up as well.
That's the ball.
In the dirt.
1-2.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Pitch misses. And that's ball 2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 2 on the board, 2 hits,
Leading
1
off
error,
for the
but 2 are left stranded.
Right fielder,
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And
McCormick.
stepping in for the Astros, Chas McCormick.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
A little bit low. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with, but they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there, and really they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. The Guardians leading by 3, last half of inning number 5. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with, and there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching.
Toss to Naylor. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. And we're back.
Leading
Start of the
off for the
6th, John
Guardians,
Sciambi with
catcher,
Chris Singleton.
David
And
Fry.
leading off, David Fry. Okert back to work. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and he's on at first.
Up next for Cleveland, right fielder John Kenzie Noel.
John Kenzie Noel digs in for the Guardians. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Fry gets his lead at first with nobody out. Next pitch is
That's down.
downstairs.
That's a ball.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
And a ball evens the count. Nobody out. Runner at first. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, second baseman Ryan Brookfield.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
No ball.
He's been
One
great
strike.
in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
That one ran
1-1.
inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. Quick feed to second for one. Over to first. That's two. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Guardians 5 and the Astros 2. Back here at Dyken Park. Well, we go bottom six. And the batter now, Mauricio Dubon. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Fastball in for a strike. 0-2. Runner at first with no outs here. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The Astros trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
Here comes a skipper out of
Pitching for
Sam
Cleveland.
Hentges will take over
Number
here.
31.
And this is an important part of this
Sam
game.
Hentges.
Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
No, ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening on the
1-2.
bases, though. And that's
The ball.
outside.
Outside.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him looking. And that is a big first out. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
At the dish,
0-1.
looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the
No, that's
inning
out.
double play, Boog.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Struck him out looking.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Yainer Diaz digs in now. And that's in for a strike. That one off the mark, and now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
2 on, 2 outs. And that one is lifted in the air. And that ends the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan King.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command.
Backed off the plate that time.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, it got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
Swing and a miss as he was late. Activity in the bullpen.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Miguel Castro getting ready to go. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. When you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And it's strike 2.
0-2.
This one chopped to first. He steps on the bag, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, center fielder Lane Thomas.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Cleveland, Lane Thomas. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Guardians go down 1-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Second baseman Brendan Rodgers.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Got him swinging on the curveball. That K is his 3rd of the game. And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Just missed.
No, that missed. That's the ball. 1-1.
Smoked on the ground to second. Throws to first. And that quickly 2 away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Ball 1 to Taylor.
1-0.
In there at the knees. And the count 1-1. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Cut on and miss, struck him out at 98. And good work there. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The designated hitter, Stephen Kwan.
And there's a strike. King, in his second season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose
So here's the
Ramirez.
cleanup hitter, Jose Ramirez.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Hit hard on the ground to short. And Ramirez is set down.
Now batting, the first
Two down,
baseman,
base
Josh
is empty.
Naylor.
So in now for Cleveland, Josh Naylor, 1 for 3. And there's a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on.
That's the ball.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here in Houston, digging in, Jeremy Pena. Now a
Now
right-handed
pitching for
arm out of the
Cleveland.
bullpen, Paul Sewell.
Number 34.
Well, the ERA tells you pretty much all you need to know. Under 1. He's been
0-1.
fantastic coming out of the pen.
Fouled off down the right side. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Here's a 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And there's one down. And stepping in for the Astros, Mauricio Dubon. Check swing, called strike.
0-1.
Slapped foul. Line drive and base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Next is the designated hitter, Jose Altuve. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Lead runner around second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. That's in there. Strike one. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. And he hits a ground ball right side. In plenty of time to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Astros pick up a run on the RBI double. It's now a 5-3 ball game. You're dialed into the show.
Now pitching
We're
for
back. It's the top of the
Astros.
ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the
Number
mound, Ryan
52.
Abreu.
Well, he struggled quite a
Ryan
bit, so this is
Abreu.
another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Now the catcher up to hit, David Fry. And the pitch is outside, ball one. And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians.
Number
Bo Naylor.
23.
Well,
Bo
looking for a
Naylor.
little insurance here to start the ninth, Boog.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Onto the balcony and gone. See you later. A towering shot to center. It's 6-3.
It's so tough to come in as a pinch hitter and have success. I mean, you really have to keep yourself locked into the game and ready at any time. So it's always impressive to me when someone jumps in there and hits it out. It's a huge lift for your ball club as well.
Now it's the right fielder, John Noel. And the slider just misses.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swings through that.
That was straight queso right there.
1-1.
There's a swing and a miss. The Astros have some action in their pen. Miguel Castro, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Here's the second baseman, Ryan Rocchio. He's already homered in this game. And a swing and a miss there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And that is downstairs. And the count even 1-1. Swings through that one.
1-2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Outside.
Outside.
Up the middle, Pena. Slinging it to first in time.
Now batting,
Daniel
left fielder,
Schneemann digs
Daniel
in for the
Schneemann.
Guardians. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss.
So hard to touch. At the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Here's the shortstop at the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
0-1.
Schneemann leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The throw to first, and that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And welcome back to the ballpark. So bottom of the ninth. Here's the catch. Emmanuel Clase comes out trying to close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball. And we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
1-1.
Ripped to third and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
He's 2 outs away. Rogers, the next to hit. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Clase, an all-star a season ago. He throws a cutter, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Swings through it for the K. And just 1 out remaining for Houston. And now the right fielder, Chas McCormick. That one finds the zone. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Foul ball. The Stros down to their final strike. Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Got him, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.